Okay, Governor, will you defend him?
Well, here's what I'll defend. I'll defend the fact that this is a president who explicitly condemned the KKK by name, white supremacist by name. He absolutely repudiated violence from anyone, which I think is appropriate. He waited until we knew who the murderer and terrorist was before he called him out, because at the time, Saturday when he spoke, we simply didn't know. And I guess I'm just sitting here saying, no matter what this president does, no matter what he says, there will be people who will never, ever be able to accept it, what he says, or him, who he is. And this is not about the violence. This is about their hatred of Donald Trump more than anything else, Stuart.
I want to talk to you also about the removal of statues to Confederate soldiers. Now, that is a movement that's going on all across the country. However, we've just received this tweet from President Trump about that issue, and I'm going to put it up on the screen. Sad to see the history and culture of our great country being ripped apart with the removal of our beautiful statues and monuments. Now, some people would say that that is throwing gasoline on a fire. What would you say, Governor?
Well, I mean, I think it's a matter of also looking at which statues should we keep. Should we keep one of Thomas Jefferson? Al Sharpton says we ought to take it down. I mean, we ought to take down the Jefferson Memorial. You've got a pastor in Chicago who's now urging Rahm Emanuel to take away the statue of George Washington at Washington Park. Where does it stop? Do we go ahead and just obliterate Mount Rushmore? Because everyone on there, including Abraham Lincoln, who had some pretty, let's say, less than stellar things to say on race in private letters and correspondence, I just wonder, where does this stop? Look, I'm not married to statues. I really am not that focused on we've got to preserve every statue. And some of them perhaps are offensive by people that did really hideous things. But statues also remind us not of the good, but they also remind us of some of the excesses. And I'll give you an example. I was in St. Petersburg, Russia last month. One of the things that was remarkable was that the Bolsheviks, when they did the revolution, did not destroy not St. Catherine, for gosh sake, but Catherine's palace. This opulent, ridiculously over-the-top palace was kept by people as a reminder of why they had the revolution in the first place. I think sometimes we're so apt to want to erase our history rather than learn something from it.
Fair point. Governor Huckabee, thanks for offering some balance with us this morning. We do appreciate it, sir. We'll see you again soon. Thanks, Gov.